and I'm glad that, we're connecting the way we're connecting. And I guess I'll start with this. How are you, first of all?
It's so hard for me because when I see people, I have to salute them. It's hard to do.
Go for
I
it.
can't
No,
read
you
the comments for me because I love so many people, and
absolutely.
it's like I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm like, hi everybody, because everybody,
Right.
Absolutely. So how about this? Why don't we just take the first 2 minutes, because people are rolling in here celebrating you, and we just take that time and we just keep saying hi to everybody coming in, because that's fine with me, because it usually takes a couple minutes for people to come in because they don't know
It
that it's 9 o'clock.
does.
I always run a little bit 5 minutes late. I had technical difficulties. So absolutely. No, you keep honoring your fans, your family, your friends that are coming in. Please. This is your show. This is your show. We're just hosting it for you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys. And hallelujah for me being on here today, because it's been a rough week. And, a lot of times when you have things to do, things happen to sort of get you distracted and get you off track so that you can negate the fact that you have a calling or negate the fact that you have things to do. But we are not given or afforded the opportunity to quit on life. We have to keep going, even when we get punched. You got to get up.
Absolutely.
Going. So thank you.
I'm right with you.
And I honor you. The reason I'm here is because I honor you. There's no way, no matter what I'm going through, I refuse to not show up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And do you want to go first? Because I definitely want to speak us up on that, but I want to let you go first if you want to say something back.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying how it's true what you said. When God is called us to do something, we have to just obey. Sometimes, like you said, we get distracted with so many other things around us that it's easy to kind of drift away from what God is calling us to do. And then it's like, no, I got to keep my eyes because this is where I have to go. It's like sometimes we want to go this way, but God wants us to go this way for a reason, and there's a reason behind that. And I guess I'll start with this, based on a conversation you and I had on the DMs, and I think it was something that I really touched on for a long time, and it's something I definitely want to talk about. I'll start with this.
Andy,
when we spoke, I
wanted to respond to what she said first, but you want to go ask your question? Go ahead, because I want to respond. Because what she said about honoring it, listen, your time is so valuable. This is so much respect I have for you, that for you to be here tonight, regardless, because we all have lives. I've had this is the worst time of my entire history. I'm 40 years old, and the last 6 months have been the worst 6 months of my entire life. So I understand what you just said to me, and I want to honor that, and I love you for that. And I'm looking forward to, like I said, we kind of open up old wounds because we're going to heal a little bit more symmetrically tonight, and that's because that's what we're here for. I might cry a little bit tonight. That's
I'm crying already. I'm fighting back tears now. I got my brother in the audience. I got everybody.
Oh my gosh, love it. So wait,
and
say hi. Please say hi.
Hi, Charlie.
Fans, everybody.
Hi, everybody coming in. I'm overwhelmed with emotion already, and we didn't even start yet. But I'm so grateful for tonight. I know that this is God ordained, and no matter what we believe in, there's a reason for all three of us in this boxes tonight. And I'm so grateful that you thought of me enough to bring me into your box. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for saying yes to us. Again, it's an honor and a privilege. Yes. I forgot what I was gonna ask, but I'm just trying to sink everything in here because it's so true. We all have a story to tell. Yeah, we all have a story to tell. And I feel like it's important to tell those stories, because what other place can we go to tell stories? We always hear about the celebrity stories, but what about our stories? It matters, our life, it matters,
Yes.
Absolutely. And I wanted to respond to what you said earlier about, whatever people believe. We need each other. This is a moment in time where we do need each other. And I think I just want to say this because I don't share necessarily the same beliefs, but here is my belief, is that whatever you believe is the right belief, because you have the ability to create that mindset. The placebo effect works whether you even when you know it's a placebo, your brain is able to create that reality. So have a beautiful reality, because there is nothing wrong with religion. There's nothing wrong with Christian religion or any religion. It's just the things that have been twisted with it. But we're not here. But we're not here to
People
talk about the
twist
negative.
it up.
Absolutely, and that's right. We throw the baby with the bathwater. And I'm not here to go negative. I'm here to say this: whatever anybody believes, that's what's important to them, and being accepting of everybody.
Yeah.
And because we need each other here. And Andy, he tells me that he's been driven purposefully by, and he refers to it as Jesus is pulling him. I feel the same way, but I feel, obviously I would describe it a little bit differently. I would say the answer is math, but I will say this: in math, there are something called imaginary numbers. So imaginary numbers are real. So again, I like to think of it as it's good for humanity. The teachings of all religions are based on humanity and being healthy and thriving, and that's what evolution is as well. So again, there's nothing wrong with religion. I think what you believe is the reality that you get to create for the next step. But I know that's not necessarily where we wanted to go tonight, because we're here to honor you and all the things that you're doing tonight. But that is opening conversations like this, because your thoughts are beautiful, and I felt like I've been pushed to this moment. I felt driven as well. It's more been the wind, but pulling some sort of force. So even though I might not describe it the same way, I loved how you explained it. Thank you for bringing me into the box tonight. And that's what I really wanted to circle back to. Thank you for bringing me into the box tonight. And everybody coming in, thank you so much. We are here honoring Queen Liberati. I'm going to make her cry so many times, because she is such an inspiration. She is, you guys don't even know how much of an inspiration. She doesn't even fucking know how much of an inspiration she is to her own self. And I would love to actually talk about this book. Can we talk about this book? Is this a good time to talk about this book? Is that okay, or do you want to, or
Let's
we want to wait a little bit?
book, sis.
Okay, because this is what we want to talk about. We're here to actually plug a few things. I mean, this is a show where we want to put the work out there. Like, we get the work and we share the work. That's important here. We got to get your work out. We're not here just to chat with you. I mean, I want to chat with you. We're going to be number one friends forever now, but we're here to actually talk about your work as well. So let's talk about this book. Can you give me the whole synopsis? Give me, like, from start to finish. Give me the inspiration. I know that, Andy, probably that might be what you want to drive it to, because it might actually circle back to, like, things like fate. Because again, she doesn't even know how much of an inspiration she is to herself. I know it. I can already hear it in her voice, but we're going to know it tonight. Okay, go ahead.
You pretty much took the words out of my mouth.
The book, this is the book right here, guys. It's a little raggedy because, but Give It 100, My Weight Loss Journey in 100 Words, is inspired because my sister, Judy Touzin, who suffers with intermuscle or intermixed tissue disease, which is lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. My sister has never quit. She's a two-time doctorate person. I don't even know how to articulate that. And I've watched her get sick. I've watched her be sick. They gave her like 5 years to live, and she's still here, I believe, 10 years later. And she wrote a book called The Exceptional Project, right? And when she wrote the book, I've always been dreaming about writing a book. And my sister, here she is, 11/11, guys, or 9/11. And I said to myself, how is it that my sister is suffering with all these things in life, going to school, getting doctorates, all while teaching people how to principle with intermixed tissue disease, with a 5-year prognosis, not a diagnosis, because the prognosis tells you finality. She had a prognosis. Thank God my sister's still here. But when my sister wrote The Exceptional book, I said, how dare I walk in such pity when my sister is the living epitome of, I'm going to do this. I'm going to live my life until the casket drops.
It doesn't matter. I'm thriving. That is just so important, because when people get a diagnosis like that, that is very detrimental. Lupus is very difficult to deal with as a human being, and also there's a lot of emotional guilt as too, because you have to rely on people when you're ill like that, when you have a chronic illness. So you also take that on too. But for her to have strength and to also inspire, that's we got to also talk about that story too. You know, we got to, get that book out there too, because that means a lot. The exceptional.
Judy Touzin. Judy Touzin, that's my sister.
Oh, we'll add that.
The epitome, and I pay homage to her and her life, and I'm so grateful that God didn't snuff her little light out yet. Thank God for her light. Thank God that she's still with us, and that's my inspiration behind writing the book. But my reason why, besides that, is the 5 children that God gave me. I wanted to write this book to let them know that no matter what, you can do it. If it's in your mind, you can make it tangible. You can make it a reality. I hold the book that I housed in my time.
That's important. But what we just heard just now, because this journey is that. It's a physical journey. It is a mental journey. It is a spiritual journey. It is it's all things. Because again, people who have been through it, I've been through it, and we're going to talk about that later. That's not why we're here tonight. But I got to put it out there because you put it out there, and it's important that we share these stories and that we keep each other going, because it's difficult. It's a day-to-day now. It's a day-to-day now, even still. But because it is such taxing, because of how emotional there is on top of it. But you achieve so much. You've achieved so much, and we got to take a second, because they don't know what kind of journey that is. This is like you have to fight every fucking thing every fucking day, because what's happening is not a food thing. It is a emotional thing. It is I dealt with something thing. It is I'm keeping people away from me, and I need space, and this is the barrier I'm putting in front of myself, because I got to keep people away because they cannot be close to me. And what happens is also there's things like addiction could be in your family as well. Like I know that's a part of my family as well, and it's a comfort, and it becomes pleasurable on top of it, and then you got to soothe yourself on top of it, and so it becomes a sick, twisted thing. So to do what you did and to give the power to the word that you did, let's hear more from you. We got to hear more from you. Please share something right now. I got to hear something from you.
You guys are amazing. Like, my life is, I call myself I'm just a walking billboard, because for me, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm vulnerable and I'm honest. I'm genuine. What you see is what you get. Like, literally, I wanted to come on here feng shui. I wanted to come on here with lashes on. I wanted to have my nails done. But I said, fuck it. You don't have shit.
You're still gorgeous.
You have more than shit.
You're gorgeous.
You know what I mean?
Gorgeous.
And those are the things, those little voices in the back of your head that make you feel worthless. Like, girl, you got a show to do. You ain't got your nails done. You get your hair done. But I am the gift. I'm the product. With or without the lashes. With or without any hair growing out my scalp. With or without any feng shui attire, I am desirable, because I'm awesomely and fearfully created in the image of something bigger than me. It's bigger than us. And a lot of times, we go through things, Angela and Andy, that make us feel, if it's okay, like pieces of dung, pieces of manure, pieces of feces. Okay? Sometimes we don't even want to wake up. But when you look outside of yourself, outside of the things you're going through, and you think about the fact that someone else is going through the same exact thing, but they don't have the ability to even know that they have the gifts that you have. So I have to wake up out of my depression. I have to wake up out of my anxiety and my panic disorder and my post-traumatic stress disorder, so that I can wake up another person who doesn't have the ability to know that they have a gift. So our lives are bigger than our lives. And though we matter first, we matter first because there's more to us than what meets the eye. You're connected to everybody. We're connected to each other. I'm connected to Angela. I'm connected to Andy. And just like my beautiful friend Ten from Australia told me, she's saying it to everybody, manure helps plants grow. So you grow through shit. You grow through shit. Not just go to shit, you grow through it. Without that, without the manure, without all the things that seem like we're gonna die, how would you have this platform? How would you get this savvy name, Unraveled Influence? Something had to unravel for you to even be this savvy. Unraveled Influence. What a powerful name. We had to go through something in order to get any kind of anything to give anybody. So though it's painful and it's an arduous task to continuously keep going and going, it's so worth it, because the bigger picture is not only do you get where you're going, you're helping someone else who doesn't know how to get there. And you only get there by the shit you go through.
Absolutely.
Let me relax.
Absolutely. Andy, I know you've been sitting on this.
I'm lost for words, though. You guys just took over. I said, you know what? I just love to listen, but definitely I wanted to say, I guess what I want to touch on is the fact that it's so true what you said. One of the hardest lessons I've learned in my walk with the Lord is there's a lot of things that have to get worse to get better, because it's during those worst times you start to really understand who you are in Christ, who you are as a person, who God has called you to be. And like right now, I'm in a season where, where I've been complacent for so long already that now I'm being comfortable now with being uncomfortable, because it's the uncomfortable part of this season that's going to push you, or not even phrase that, it's going to pull you to where God wants you to be, right? And I think about the story with Jesus where he was with the crowd and the woman with the blood went and touched his clothes. And what I thought about the symbolic behind it, that she went for the pull, because when she went for the pull, that took a lot of faith for her to go through all the crowd. And I look at it as the crowd surrounds the barriers that's trying to stop her from going to what her healing is or what God has called her to be. So that pull, we got to go for the pull. And sometimes it's hard because you're not going to get there that easily. It's going to be so many distractions, but she still did not stop. Like, she kept going, and she grabbed this cloth, and instantly she was healed, because anything she tried before that did not work. All it took was that faith to go and go for the pull. And then just that same way, God, we got to go for the pull. And it's one of those things, like, God is trying to pull us to the right direction, but sometimes it's easy for us to be redirected when we get distracted with what you would say with so many things, whether it's depression or resentment or anger or whatever the case might be. But those things should not define you. Rather, they help you to get to where God has called you to be, because you have to go through those things, but we can't stay there. So have your moment, but we can't stay in that moment.
Andy,
and it's so easy to get stuck there,
I agree. And I want to echo too. It's the moment. Absolutely. Give us a second for that. I like your point, but it also reminded me. It kind of wakes you up to the moment where you have to have that wake up moment with yourself. That's where this kind of push pull is happening, where you either got to jump and have faith and go and do what you need to do, or stay in your old ways and be stuck. So, Andy, I've asked you to help me out here. I think because again, I'm going to show where my rock bottom was, and a similar journey as where, again, this book here by this incredible soul, Shirley Touzin, Give It 100, My Weight Loss Journey in 100 Words, on Amazon. I'm getting my copy. I'm getting my extra copy that I give away for our care packages. That's what we do here, because we believe in sharing your words with everybody.
Thank you.
So you want me to show them now, or?
I want to actually ask you, what was your moment that gave you the inspiration to start your journey? Because I had a journey. So everybody, if you know me, you would not know who this is. If you're just meeting me for the first time tonight, welcome. I share a similar journey, so I know how hard this is. And for her to give it in the words and be open and brave, and that's an inspiration to other people, because what I had to do, Andy, put it up there. This is reality. January 1st, 2006 is that I saw that picture, and that was the moment that woke me up to, like, oh my God, I really was numbing myself to a point where I didn't even feel anything anymore. I didn't know that was me until I saw that. And I knew I've always been like that, because that's a journey I've had since like second grade. And I don't know what happened to give me that sadness, where I needed to feed myself, where I felt lonely and neglected, or wherever, or it was anxiety, depression. I didn't know how to name it because I was a child. But that moment with a click. Now, that was the year I was getting married for the first time. And Shirley, I'm going through my second divorce now. Okay?
Well, I went through one already.
So again, I know
Wow.
what it's like, and I'm going through it right now. So when I talk about rough, it's times. But again, so that was the year I was going to get married in July. And that January, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. And you have to change everything. And you got to go there. You got to go to the hurt. And even though I never was able to define it, I've never gone back. Even though I've gone up and down like the same 20 sometimes, you know, because I still fall into those old habits and those old ways of self-soothing. And that's okay. And I love it. And I'm 40 and I love myself now more than I've ever loved myself before. And I mean, I'm not going to do it and I'm not going to say it because I don't want letters, but I don't care. I feel beautiful right now more than I've ever have in my life.
And when you sent me the picture, I said to you in the picture that you were a beauty then and you're a beauty now. And the thing about the masking when we're going through and we're numbing, because some of us numb with alcohol, some of us numb with food, some of us numb with sex, some of us numb people
with all of it.
Some of us have all of them. Some of us love all of it. Some of us look a little Twinkie, a little love making, and a little
gambling.
Again, you know, this is why we have to be ginger and we have to be open enough to hear people and not to see people and judge people. We have to give people the time to become the things that they're supposed to become. Because when I was growing up, I didn't have anyone really talking to me and saying what they really saw about me that was positive. They point out only the negative. When I speak to my kids, I praise my kids, but I will never false praise them. I will never coddle them. Yeah, you're great at this, but I don't like the way you're doing that. And you don't have to do it the way I like it, but you need to do it the way that is right for you. You need to still know how to live right for you. You know what I mean? And I didn't get that. And I love my family. I love everybody. But the reality is the things that took place in my life, I don't know if they knew how to talk to me. Because how do you tell a person that they shouldn't have touched her there? How do you tell someone that they shouldn't have penetrated you at a young age? And then you walk around and you're trying so hard to fit in and belong. And I wasn't raised with my dad. So I looked for my dad in every man I saw. Every single man I saw, if they had a raspy voice, I gravitated to them. Not because they were cute, not because of anything. I heard my dad somewhere. I thought it was my dad, even though it sounds crazy, but I was looking for that.
That's very common. It's studied. This is absolutely something that connects you to other people, but we're afraid to say those things. We don't want to be open, especially when it comes to depression and anxiety and mental illness, and how important it is to actually look. And it's okay, and it's not your fault. It's genetics on top of situational stuff that you got to process, and that fucking sucks. But you got to go through it.
Curses as well. So hoping. It's real, like you're coping
as well.
It's ancestral. You're coping with all these different things and you're trying to figure things out. And then mental illness, a lot of us play around and we sort of just like, okay, you know, we'll celebrate Mental Health History Month. But mental illness, I love you too. Give me 1 second, my daughter. I love you. Have a good one. This is my beautiful daughter. Say hi to these beautiful people.
Hello.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it a buck. This is my daughter, so I'm not gonna act like I don't see her to be on here. This is my daughter. She gotta go out. I love her, and I gotta say something to her. So, a lot of times with mental illness, let's say you have bipolar depression or mania, manic depression. There's highs and lows, and a lot of times when you're dealing with manic depression, you become overly sexual. That's a part of the symptoms. But people don't ask you questions. They're like, oh, there goes a hole there. There goes a this there. But you're not looking to see what the problem is.
It's an impulsive. I need to do something. Feel good. I need to feel good. And this is gonna make me feel good.
Euphoria.
Because there is chemicals that are happening when you are eating, when you're fucking, sorry, I'm going to say fucking, and when you're gambling. Things are happening in your brain chemically with neurotransmitters. This is a thing that we understand, but we don't understand it as everyday life. And we don't know how to recognize it. But yeah, you're right. We're judging people and we're writing people off, and people are getting disconnected, and it's hurting more, and it's hurting more, and it's cutting more, and it's cutting more. And that's why your voice
deeper and
is
deeper, and they're going to have more sex. The more you cut them, the more sex they're going to have. The more you cut them, the more drinks they're going to have. The more you cut, the more whatever they're going to do. Why? Because people are not, I don't care about what you say to me. I care about how you treat me. So when you talk to me a certain way and you don't ask questions to find out why is she doing this? See, that's why I don't judge nobody, because I've been through the muck and the mire. I've been through the dirt. I've smelled pure feces. Nobody got to tell me. I had to wipe people's feces. So I don't judge them, because you know what? Someone could have to wipe mine. So I treat people the same way I'd want to be treated. I don't treat people based off of, oh, I love the Lord. Yeah, I love the Lord, but so did the Lord when he was walking with Peter, and Peter was cussing every day. He you from where you're at. People make it so hard, whether it's religious or not. People make it hard to even get to God, because people put their thing on you. They put their concentration or their consecration on you, and then you can't, you're living in boxes before you're even in one.
Wow.
And I refuse to be in a box prematurely. You're not going to put me in a coffin. I try every day not to kill myself. I'm not going to let you put me in a coffin when I fight me not to jump out my window. How dare you? And that's why we have to be ginger with each other. Ask questions. Do you know why he or she may be acting erratic?
Right. Assume that nobody wants to hurt you on purpose. They are hurting. Hurt people, hurt people. We've heard this. This is true. I work with teenagers. I'm a high school teacher. I work in an urban district as well, and I love my students. And that's the point, that you have to be open with them, and you have to treat everybody as somebody with respect. And again, if somebody's feeling a certain kind of way, that's when they're stabbing. It's not because they want to stab you or after you. There's something going on internally. Now, let's be honest. There are a small percentage of people that do want to hurt people aggressively, but that's not what we got to assume. That's not what's going on here. We take the nasty 1% and we associate it with everybody. Just like, again, it's okay. I believe that you are allowed to believe whatever religion, and that is good. And I applaud you and I support you for that. Just because something bad happens in your religion, you should not denounce that. Just like we should not denounce people who are crabby or acting like assholes, or, you know, again, we aren't going to, Andy, there's a situation with adding people. We're not adding people because we're just talking with, that kind of got me real quick. Sorry, that got me.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, if you're here for the open mic, that's at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. That just threw me off for a loop because I saw my handle and whoop. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to treat people, again, every day they show up because they're here to try their best. They're not showing up to be anything but the best that they can be, whatever that is in the moment. And that's why I think, again, we have to hear from you. We have to hear your voice right now. And I'm so upset with myself because we've gone 30 minutes and we haven't heard any of like your performance pieces or anything like that. I mean, is this a good time to showcase what you are all about, or do we want to continue?
Of course, whenever you're ready. But you know, Angela, not to cut you off.
No.
The only reason I do my pieces is for this. So it's like the climax already. We're at the climax for me. So I'll do my pieces for you. Doesn't matter.
No, we can keep climaxing if this is what you want.
Point, and that's the point for your gift. That's the point for Andy's gift. The gifts are not just so that we can just be like, oh my God, look at us, and we're peacocking everywhere. No. It's for the fact that that's debate, so that you can catch the people and help the person with your gifts. With this conversation, the dialogue is why we have the gifts.
Oh, I love it as art, and I just want to see and showcase your art. But we will take care of that during the open mic, and you can open our open mic with some beautiful showcasing that.
So I want to do it now because Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany, the reason I wrote the poem that you guys saw me do is because my friend Brittany, who's on here now, Brittany, if you're still here, then I'm going to do it for you because you're here, Queen. But her brother passed away last year, and I have to find the poem, so give me 1 second to find it. But her brother died, and she said this amazing thing. You know, she said, "Give me my flowers." You know, like, because he died so suddenly, and it just made her see the fact that life is so short. We don't have time to be mad at each other. We only have time to encourage and love each other. And if it doesn't do that for us, we don't have time to stick around because life is that short. I'm just trying to make memories that last so that my kids can remember me in a way that's not messed up, so that they can get their flowers now. Who wants a flower at the funeral when they can't smell it, right? So Give Me My Flowers.
Wow.
It's dedicated to Hafiz and also Brittany, because she said, "Give me my flowers," right?
And Brittany's here. Brittany is here.
Guys, and I'm giving you everybody on here. I'm giving you your flowers. I pray it resonates. Give me my flowers. Before them flowers. Tell me you love me now while I'm in this hour, not when the dash turns into my sunset, wiping out my sunrise, not when the worms of the earth devour my earthen vessel. Give me my motherfucking flowers now. Not when, give me 1 second. Not when, I lost it, I'm sorry. Give me my motherfucking flowers now. Not when I'm dead and gone. Let me smell them roses now. When I'm dead and gone, you want all of me, but I'm living now. You want no parts of me? Make it all make sense, not dollars, cents, like I'm worth more than dollars, cents like perfume on collars, cents like I see, I smell, I taste, I feel, I touch, since I'm saying too much, give me my motherfucking flowers before I bust my frustrations out like nuts and scream out, I no longer care about fake love, fake friends, and fake hugs. Over it like lines crossed, over it like heads off. Sun Tzu, anything in the way of my well-being will get crossed off my list of priorities, and like a bag of garbage, your memories will get tossed. Your journey doesn't have to end here, but on my train, you must get off, because where I'm headed is only for those that I'm sent for. They've got flowers, and I've got flowers too, so it's a trade-off. I give all of me. I'm going to receive half of no one. Keep your flowers. I just remembered I don't need no flowers because I am one. So I vow to be fragrant and beautiful, to remind you all you other flowers, not to wait to receive, just be. I'll be a flower to you, and you a flower to me, handpicked by God to be the baby breaths of humanity. Give me my motherfucking flowers.
Wow. Wow.
Andy, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk first because I've been selfish all night.
Nah, it just
I love you, Brittany. That's for you and Hafiz. Thank you, Brittany. God bless you. Your flowers is on deck. Every flower, if there was a flower emoji, I'd want it to go up because Brittany's on here. Send some love to Brittany too, please. Anybody in there, just send some flowers. If you're in the building, flowers, please. Because you know what? Who knows? Nobody knows. Everybody, flowers for everybody.
Yeah. Amen.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good. I'm trying to soak everything in. It just, oh man, this really took me back to like my dad when he was alive, because it's true, like for years he was so angry because it was like, after my grandmother died, his mom, and like his whole perception of life changed, right? And it was just kind of like for like maybe 20, 30 years, a lot of quarrels going on, and it sucks that it had to take my father to get sick in order for them to finally reconcile the differences. And it's just one of those things, like the way that piece spoke to me was kind of like, it sucks that, damn, now you give me my flowers when I'm dead, but what about when I was alive, when we could have worked out our differences, we could have worked so many things out, we could have avoided so many things, and yet now we wait till I'm in my worst in order for me to get flowers. And then I realized, you know what, maybe I don't want your flowers. I am a flower. That's the way I'm looking at it. I am a flower. You are a flower. We're all flowers here. You know, flowers come in different shapes and forms, right? Some of them die,
Beautiful.
some of them flourish no matter what, right? And and if you think about the symbolicness behind a flower, you know who the real ones are, who the fake ones are. Because if something's too perfect, it's kind of like grass. You know, if something's perfectly green, you got to look out for that because sometimes it could be fake grass. You just trying to cover the dirt, if that makes sense.
Yo.
And that's why you can't,
That was prolific.
That's all.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else hear what I heard?
Because
Absolutely.
you know what it is? Because we mask it, right? There's a Bible verse I actually have. Actually, let me take it out. Hold on.
Andy, why
So this is the Message translation.
Andy, why you get the Bible?
No, I have.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it already. Yeah. So this is the Message translation of this, and I always have this. I did the graphics myself, and that's why it says, "It's your life." This is Luke 3:8, the Message version of it. It says, "It's your life that needs to change, not your skin." I don't know if everyone can see that. Because everybody's focused on the appearance. It's like I think about the mega churches too. Like it's all about the appearance. Hey, we do this, we do that, but what's inside of you? What things are inside of you that needs to really be changed, right? Because I can tell you, yeah, I do this, that, and the third, but are you being transformed in your life? Are people gravitating to you because of how you look, or are they gravitating towards you because they see the transformation of your life? Because it's like a tree. There's always good fruit, bad fruit, and you know which ones are what. You know who the fake people are. You know who the real people are, because it's like by their fruit. Like, we're trees, we're flowers. Some flowers are rotten, some of them are not. But it's again, it's the inside that has to change, and that inside displays from the outside. People see that, and I think about King Saul. He was quote unquote man of God, but he wasn't after God's heart. David was. So when David committed adultery, he corrected his mistake by repentance. King Saul killed himself. Just like Judas, he hung himself. When Paul did his thing, he repented and he accepted Christ. That was the correction. You know what I'm saying? Ew, I'm sorry.
Andy,
I'm sweating here.
Andy, I gotta pause you for a second because actually something you said of like 30 seconds earlier really actually brought back to a point that I wanted to actually bring back to you.
That was powerful, Andy.
It was, and I want
thank
to
you,
go back to
thank
what
you.
said, but Shirley, you were talking about just not getting enough positive comments and just only getting the negative. And psychology studies have shown that it takes 10 positive to overtake the emotional weight of hearing a negative. So having those flower comments and continuing to showcase the beauty that is all of us here tonight, all of us here together, we gotta showcase that. So I really wanted to know real quickly, where does the inspiration, what's your process as far as you gave us the history of where that came from, but as far as designing that piece, it's so beautiful. I could listen to you perform it 5 more times in a row. Your delivery's like incredible, phenomenal, spectacular. Again, like I'm in love, how did you create that from start to this moment?
Pain is my muse, and a lot of people, I don't know, like pain in the weirdest way is what gives me the best level of creativity, because pain gives me compassion. So,
I would say, yeah, a lot of artists believe that as well. Like they speak best at their darkest moment. And I would agree with you.
I don't get flowers. So for me, I gotta be one. Because then if I am one, I don't need one. So allowing you to know that if don't nobody recognize you, if don't nobody pat you on your back, if nobody says yes, you create your own lane. See, nobody wants to give me a chance, so I had to make Humaning with Queen Liberati. Because every time I come on, it's like, so when people say no, they think they're putting me down. It's creating a fighter, a warrior. So when you tell me no, I'm like, okay, all right, okay. Oh, you don't like me? It's okay. My dad left me. I'm okay. I'm gonna be all right. So when you don't give me a flower, I look at myself and I tell myself every day, you know what, with or without all the money, they have everything and you might not have the material, but you are everything without anything. So that pushes me and it makes me drive harder because I know that someone else doesn't know how fucking brilliant they fucking are. And I cuss like a sailor. And this is my time to cuss like a sailor. I used to always not curse. But God, I used to think that, you know, because I'm cursing and I'm this and I'm that. But you know what? I never knew how much God loved me until I started acting a fool.
Amen.
The more shit
Unconditional love.
The shit that I've done, God is like, oh, you go by. You're going to come together. Okay, you figure that shit out. You figure it out, but I got you.
So it sounds like that was a moment for you that kind of drove you to this creative expression. So I know, Andy, like that was something that you wanted to highlight. Absolutely.
I'm a crybaby.
So. No, it's
no.
I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. Andy, this is why I'm in love with Queen Liberati. That's why since the moment you said we got her on the show and I was screaming and dancing, and I'm serious. Like I just felt it. Because the authenticity is what is the reality, and that is what is so beautiful and authentic, and that is you. And you are opening so many doors.
If you let me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh no.
Go ahead.
You have the floor. Please, you close the next 15 minutes with only your words. I would love to hear it.
This is my ode to love, and I have to share this one because this poem right here, and I hope I don't forget it because I'm so excited to be on your show. I might go blank, but my ode to love, I don't care how many other people have heard it before. I have to share it on this platform so another person can hear it on your platform. I love you guys. I love you.
Thank
both.
you. Love you too.
And I
love you. I love you.
And I love how you guys gel together.
First
There's
night.
a reason for your dynamic. You guys are so amazing.
And we had tough times in the beginning too, and we've only been together for 3 months, Andy, and we had some rough, unnecessary times.
Yeah.
But we've come together stronger than ever because of people like you, and that's why we are getting the quality people through the door. We had quality people before. That's not what I'm saying, but we keep getting more and more people because we're connecting. We're building the bridges. That's what we're saying. We had small pockets of groups, but they're circled. Oh, this talent.
You know what you guys make me think of? You guys, man. Hi, Lene. Oh my God. Hi, beautiful Lene. Oh my God. My heart is so
hello.
With love right now. It's flooded with love.
This is when I needed her interview that week too. She helped me so much. I was in the darkest moment, and that seriously, again,
that's a queen.
People are coming right
love
now.
You, Lene.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
God. So this poem, guys, let me give you just a little bit. So I was rejected by a man from the church. I loved him with every fiber of my being until I forgot that I was a being. Wow. I loved him to the point where I was retarded. Like I was having a phantom love affair with a man. He made me believe that there was a future for us, but there was no such thing in his mind. And I loved him for 10 years. And this might be too TMI to some, but I loved him to the point where he became a ghost in my marriage because I married my husband on a rebound. He broke my heart. And I told my husband, no, I don't want to be with nobody. But my husband kept pursuing, and he kept making me eggplant parmesan. So I got caught up.
He was taking care of you, and you needed somebody to take care of you. And then why would you get rid of that when you felt like it was love? Because you were being taken care of in a way that nobody had done it in a way before. So I understand. It was not meant in malicious intent. There was a love there.
It was love.
It wasn't.
Love there.
But it wasn't what you thought.
It wasn't what you thought.
It wasn't that. Oh, I know. Oh, we can talk about stuff like that all day.
And so, thank you, Queen, for forgetting me. And I'm gonna share this and get out your way because I'm so loquacious. So, the name of this is My Ode to Love, and I hope people are still here because I hope someone who's been in heartbreak, anyone who's gone through depression, anxiety, panic, whatever you're going through, I want you to know that your words matter. And even if you've been broken, divorced, somebody left you and you feel like nothing, you are worth every bit of everything because you're awesomely and fearfully created. You're perfect. Here we go. I'm falling. I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. Baby, I'm falling for you. I love you, Clark Kent. You don't need to go inside no booth because you're already my Superman. And I love you like only Lois can. We'll fight the kryptonite, baby. And when they try to keep you down, baby, I'll put you on my wings and we gon' fly high, baby. Love you, Clark Kent. Love, I love you. Emphatically enthralled with every fiber, every tendon, every sinew, every molecule of clay, every particle of dust compiled by the earth of the ground to make you encapsulated behind skin and bones. Love, I yearn you, the real you. Not just for my retina sees, but I see beyond your physical being. See, this yearning supersedes any need for me to be just another rolling in the hay or just another freak in between the sheets. You are my Boaz, the man of my dreams. I yearn for the day when reverie is reality and reality reverie, where everything's up in my face like nose hairs 3D, live and living color, vivid HD, because in my imagination, nothing's in black and white. In my mind's eyes, I watch you play my mental big screen. You are my movie. And as your audience, nothing in this world can move me. I'm your biggest fan behind the scenes, your number one groupie. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right, so sue me. This intergalactical supernatural journey movie called life, playing the supporting role as your best friend, your helpmeet, your lover, your wife, always by your side like that rib that used to reside, taken out of you so that I'd come alive, animated in my full element, bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh, presented to you as the softer version of you, the weaker vessel, made with delicate tissue so your head could be nestled right at my chest. Find comfort in them, ravish my breast so that your thoughts and your worries could be put to rest. It was never good for man to be alone. How soon do we forget? The Garden of Eden where we first met, I being made in your image as you slept together, you and me, we were closer than a mother and her fetus. Is it safe to say that at one point that this rib was your fetus? You gave birth to me, not C-section, but side section. Perfect purpose by design. When you see us, you see God's reflection. This love that I have for you has been placed here without my requesting. It's my God-given birthright, not a suggestion. I will love you forever. I will pray for you before we ever meet. Our souls made together, I will honor you before we even speak. So love, wherever in this world you may be, just know that I am on bended knees praying daily that when you wake from your sleep, the good thing presented to you would be me. Love, I love you. And that's that piece.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Like,
and it's
wow.
funny because I mentioned the person and people of the person are here. God is in the building. I'm going to sip my Bacardi for everybody for you to see. I'm sorry.
Well, while you're sipping, I just got to let you know, you both had Andy and I just tearing up as soon as you started.
I know we don't cry in public like that, but that, wow.
Like goosebumps, tears in my eyes. It's a beautiful voice. Okay, Andy, come on.
Sorry, just... Yeah, I get runny nose and everything.
Again, you knock us out right away with just such an emotional opening. It just like opens up all.
Oh,
like,
God.
You just want to listen to the whole entire thing. And again, so much love for you in the chat about this piece. And again, I can listen to you. Like, we need an album of this. We need an album of these hits.
Word.
I'm not joking. I mean, we need to put a 12
CC Flow does do music. I
Like
mean, we
seriously.
should make that should be a song.
You don't even
Like,
need the music. A cappella. I mean, it's beautiful as is. I mean, we could get some background, but I mean, it's beautiful as is. I mean, I'm serious. I
Oh, oh my,
from you.
I love you, Uncultured Asian. Uncultured. Oh my God, my people are in here. I love you guys. This is so amazing. Thank you
Yes,
guys
we
for
came out for you.
oh,
We said it was a coronation, it was a party, and they're here. Of course, they're going to be here for you because you are a flower. You deserve flowers, and everybody here is a flower and deserves flowers because this is why we're here tonight. This is why we do what we do. Andy, I got to pass it back over to you. Thoughts about what we just heard. Again,
I'm
classic.
speechless.
It's a classic piece. Like I said, I want that in an album. I want that in my car when I'm driving cross country. Go into the.
You heard it here on Unraveled
Yeah,
Influence.
we said it. Now it's gonna happen, right? We're calling it. We're calling it. Right, Andy?
Ooh.
I love you, Uncle.
That, you know what's crazy? Like, there's so many directions. If anyone knows me, if anyone knows me, they know that when I hear a piece, I like to dissect the piece like crazy. They know this already. I did remember that conversation you and I had yesterday about the house on Mango Street, the box.
Yeah, Susan Soneros. We talked about it on the
Yeah, the box. Oh, you can't have this. Well,
check that out.
that's what. It took me to that only because that thing. It's like I think about idol shit. Like what we put an idol to, it's like that's what we worship, and it's one of those things like we know realistically we can't have that thing because God wants us to worship Him, not it. But sometimes because of the love we have for, whatever that represents, it's like it took me back to times where I'm like, damn, why I can't have that, but everybody else has it type situation. That took me to times in my life where, damn, why I couldn't get that job, or why I couldn't have that girl, or why I couldn't have that friend, or why like all these things is like, even when I was always the kind of person, like, let's say if I had a fallout with a friend, I wanted to reconcile the differences, but that thing represents, oh no, this can't happen for you. Sorry, that's not happening. Sorry, he's gonna hate you forever. And that's it, kind of situation. Oh god, I don't honestly. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just know this is just what it's taken me. Like it took me to so many things.
I get that, how you would make that connection, Andy. How it just really resonated. Also, if I can talk structurally too, with the opening being so lyrical and musical, and then to go into like a traditional poetry flow style. It's kind of like the vignettes that you see in that book, Andy. I think that's why you also connected it to it as well, because it's a beautifully well-written book about a coming-of-age Latino child in Chicago, and it's just beautifully. Oh, I've taught it. It's an amazing book. Just again.
So
but
Andy like he's baffled. Like you got me laughing, Andy.
I'm just.
I love it. Don't you love it? Don't you love my poem?
No, you know that illustration?
Uncultured, that was the rip poem, I think, right? I have 5 more minutes. I wrote one called Unique One.
More. Yeah.
Go ahead. Give it to us.
I want it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you could. I mean, if we have to go a little bit over, it's fine. It's not a problem. I mean, it's
or you
problem.
can just do like you said, into the open mic with me. It's fine, and then we'll just.
No, I want this now, though. We'll do this, and you still go again, because I know you got more for us to hear from you. Please, please, please. I need this for me. I need this. So please, why don't we do this? Let's do this piece right now. We'll do Lost Thoughts on that, and we'll switch drivers, and we'll have you open our open mic.
Okay. I'm excited.
All right.
Never been on open mic
do this.
Sessions. So which one is it? Uncultured. Can you ask Uncultured? Which one is it? I don't know. I thought I did the poem Uncultured.
You know what? I'll have the research team, or I'll have the production team get in touch with our friend over there. Don't worry, I got you.
That was it. I just did it.
Oh, she says it was about the breakup.
That's what we were. That was what we just referred to, but
that was it.
I don't know. You only wrote one breakup poem?
Yeah, because I don't really like sharing. I usually share like hardcore stuff. That I shared that one because that one is really pertinent for me.
Beautiful. And it's art. Like I said, it's art. I want to see that. I want to live it because I feel the emotion that comes from that, and I learn from that, and people need that.
I was gonna say, I remember. Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I think I gathered my thoughts a little bit. You know that illustration, like when you have a fishing rod and then whatever that object is, when you try to reach it, it goes like this, and you can't grab it. Or let's say if you're trying to grab it, but it slips out of your hand. That's what that piece reminded me of, that kind of an illustration. Because no matter how bad we want something, it's like it's teasing us. Like, no, no. That's what that. I don't know. That's what that reminded me of. And I've had, my whole life has been like that for, I mean, this is years ago, but like I went through stuff like that where everything was always too good to be true. And then when you realize what was too good to be true, realize, you know what? I'm glad that happened because it made me better.
You know,
it made me understand. It made me see a bigger picture of why that was not going to be good for me, if that makes sense. I mean, at least that's how that spoke to me.
Our rejection, Andy, is our protection. That's what I had.
Amen.
Rejection is our protection.
Yeah.
And there's another thing too, about this situation, because the ship sailed. A lot of times you'll meet someone. Let's say you meet someone and the ships are right there. But because I had low self-esteem, when he actually loved me and cared for me, I didn't believe in myself enough to think that I was worthy of him. So when I thought I was worthy, he moved on. He was dangling me and playing with my emotions. But when he cared about me, that's it, Queen. That was the one. Oh, I love you. That's the one you beat me at, Uncultured. I don't want to hear no more, Uncultured. You won, man. Let me rock.
But oh my God, what an important lesson! Yeah, how that can be so devastating, and it fucks with your mind to the point where you are hurting yourself. And
no, self-esteem issues. It's real.
I didn't believe
it's real
enough to receive it, and so sometimes we can't blame other people for our self-esteem issues. So he walked away. He was still feeling me, but when you have low self-esteem and somebody likes you and you put yourself down, you're really slapping the person that likes you in the face, because why do I like you if you're putting yourself down?
Yeah.
So I learned that. I'm a flower, take it or leave it, baldy or not, do you like it or not? If you don't, someone else will, because I love it.
Yeah, I mean, my hair is gone pretty much.
And you still rocking, Andy. You still a puppy. Okay.
When you are yourself, when you are able to live in yourself as your true, authentic, real, I'm going to say authentic, real self again. That's when true beauty shines. It resonates. It extends beyond just the flesh. It is around you. It surrounds you. It orbits you. I want to hear this piece so we can switch drivers.
And I'm going to add one more thing. It's something you said in episode 1. It's something you said in episode 1, Angela, that it just brought me back when you said you feel like you're still struggling to find your voice. So as far as Queen Liberati goes, you had that struggle of finding your voice. You found your voice. Same thing with you, Angela. You struggled to find your voice, but now you found your voice, if that makes sense. And now you are the voice, if that makes sense.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely. We are the voice.
We are.
It's
voice of the voiceless, yeah.
We're the voice for the voiceless. So we have to take every bit of what we're doing, down to the beautiful green shades that my sister's wearing.
Yes.
Down to your cap, down to how you hold your hand on your beard. Everything about you resonates to someone else who doesn't have the esteem yet. And I know we got to go, so I'm going to read it and go.
Wait, can I say this last part, and I will hand you the mic, because this is the
Hi, damn it, Philly. Oh my God, damn it, Philly.
Oh my gosh, they love you. What you said, when you are able to be your authentic self, that is when you are able to share the stage, and that's what's happening. Too many people don't feel like they have an opportunity. So as we continue to grow our voice and allow other voices to join, because it's safe to join voices here. It's okay if you don't agree.
That's why I created this platform. Okay. That's why I rebranded this. That's why I say, Angela, just do this with me.
Yes, and I needed Andy, and Andy, you needed me, and we needed you tonight.
And love is love. You guys represent was trying to say before, because we're all losing our minds because this is so good for me. This is crack for me right now.
Well, we need a part 2, and we're gonna get a part 2 definitely.
Yes, please do a part 2 for us.
We need every season. We need you every season to get refreshed. I need your voice.
I need to hear you.
And I need to hear that you're growing and you're feeling back, because again, when you grow in the journeys that we've had, and again, I've had a similar journey, and again, I gotta plug it. Sorry, that's part of my platform, is to plug your stuff. Is that there is an amazing book that you can get from our darling right here, the 100 right there. It's about this incredible journey, and it is a hard journey. It is not just a physical journey.
Yeah.
It is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and you have to really fucking deal with yourself and learn to love yourself when you never thought
2 pounds down. 102 pounds down. They thought I would never make it. They didn't believe in that. But I didn't do this because of my weight. I did it for my health, number one. But I also did it because when people tell you you can't, you better prove them wrong. And you do it for you, but you never don't let nobody tell you you can't.
But you start it and you don't believe you can do it until about 1/4 of the way in. You have to believe in yourself when you don't believe it. And it starts off real quick, but then it stops really quickly too. Only like 2 weeks in, you're actually struggling because your body is readjusting, and it fucks with your mind. And everything in your day fucks with your mind. And you have to overcome that. And it's like almost going through a draw sometimes. So this journey, this book is important.
Almost. Angela, what you mean almost? This withdrawal. I love oxtails. I love Pepsi. That's real withdrawal. I love cookies.
But what the
psychology of it, like I become consumed with it when I couldn't do it. I was consumed by it because I wanted to numb. I wanted to hide. I wanted to self-soothe, get the chemicals going, so to speak.
And I understand what you're saying too, because for years I've struggled with gluttony for a long time. You know, even though I don't look like it, but I struggle a lot with gluttony my entire life. And one thing I've learned, maybe I'm going to say in last year going to this year, I had to make a hard decision of changing the way I ate because my cholesterol was high. That's a generational curse thing. Because my mom had high cholesterol too. And even though my father was a healthy guy, he, got rest his soul and everything, but my mom, high cholesterol, didn't care and all the other stuff. I was the same way. And I realized, okay, I still struggle with depression in some areas of my life, but I had to think about my wife. I had to think about my son. And I just wanted to say something that you said that it just triggered me. It's something my brother said to me. He said, what you did by doing that is you also said yes to God, because this is God's temple. This is God's temple, our bodies, and we have to honor God with our bodies. And you said yes to God. You was obedient to that. And this is why you are where you're at today, where you can give your testimony and show what God has done in your life. And that so much respect for you for that, because I think that definitely spoke to me just now too, because I needed to hear that. I need to be reminded that no matter how hard it gets, you have to keep going.
Yes.
And you got to love yourself. And that's what this is, finding the love for yourself. Because even though I want to write a piece, and this is a little tongue in cheek, and then I'm throwing the poem right to you, and then I'm turning the car off because I know we got some mic friends coming in. But this is important though. This is really important. Wrap thought is that, oh God, I just lost it. But we're going to do a part 2. I think we'll do some other private talk about this conversation. This is a conversation that we can talk about, but dang it. All right, never mind. This beautiful piece you got for us, go for it.
But I don't even want to do that. Let's go right into the open mic jam session.
Right.
I honor you. Thank you for having me on your platform. Let me just pay homage. Thank you so much. You don't have to overdone it. You got to go to your open jam. Thank you. I'll be your first person tonight.
I love
you so much.
I love you.
Keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep being yourselves, and never forget how great you are within yourself. And when you guys come together, be ginger together. Don't let nobody keep you from being ginger. I love you so much, guys. Thank you.